Welcome back to my channel. My name's Erica. If you don't know, now you know. In today's video, we're going to talk about how to elevate your life part 2. And if you didn't get to see part 1, you can go do that. In this segment, the first part to elevating your life would be to figure out your priorities. The first step would please go get a piece of paper or a journal. On this piece of paper, you're going to write down the things that come to you in the present moment, what you desire. This can be in your love life, your career, your just overall life of how you want to be in your life, how you want to feel, where you see yourself, and all of that without judging yourself on whether or not these things can happen. Write them down to find out what it is you truly want. As you look at the things that are on your paper, I want you to take inventory of what you need to do to get those things. Kind of figure out what in your life is distracting you from achieving those things, and say no to anything from now on that isn't that, and so that you can make room for the things that you truly want. Because if you're focusing on the things that you really don't want and you're spending your time and energy in those things, then you're not giving any energy to the things you truly do want, or even in small steps, because this isn't talking on like a big scale. You have your dreams laid out on a piece of paper. Now you need to make small steps towards that, and those small steps consist of saying no to the things that you know are wasting your precious energy. The next thing that you can do is determine your boundaries. This kind of falls in line with your dreams and what you're going to say no to. You can assess the type of person you are and what it is that you're capable of handling in any given moment. If your energy is not capable of taking on other people's problems, then you do not need to be doing that, because you need to solve your own things first. If you are the type of person that wants to help other people, you have to help yourself first in order to even give a hand out, to be able, in energy wise or even monetarily or whatever the case may be. The first thing that you can look at when identifying your boundaries would be how you expect to be treated. And this goes for everything, but I think probably the easiest place for people would be with their friendships or with their significant other. Now, it's not very easy to communicate what it is that you really desire, and you're gonna have to grow to get to that point where you're comfortable enough standing up for yourself and what it is that you feel like you truly deserve. Boundaries and determining these and implementing them is not anywhere near people pleasing. This is the complete opposite of that. You are not here to people please and at the cost of your own morals and values. This is not where you're going to compromise. This is not okay. Anyone in your life that hears your boundaries and sees where you need them to elevate and change, anyone that's meant to be in your life is going to see that and want to do that, because they want to be in your life and they see the value in changing and becoming the person that is meant to be in your life. That's just point blank, and that's in any scenario. That's friends, family, it don't matter. Any other person other than yourself is gonna see that and want to change if they want to be in your life. The trick is with boundaries is to have an emotional control in the moment, and even when your boundary is being crossed in that moment, you can take a step back and be able to communicate that in a way that's not overly emotional, so that they miss the point of what you're trying to say. It's communicating, this is what you're doing, this is how it makes me feel, and this is how I would like you to change it, so that in the future it doesn't get any worse. Because what happens is, if you don't communicate your boundaries, then you kind of like hold it in and you let things accumulate over time, and then now you're going to explode on something that seemingly is small, and people are going to think you're crazy because it's something so small, but it's just like an over time accumulation of these small things makes it a big thing. And if you want to avoid doing that, then you need to say it when it happens instead of waiting, so that people know what it is that they're doing wrong. If you're going to bring it up, you can't bring it up later, because they're not even, it's like watching a child do something wrong and you don't bring it up in that moment, and then you try and reprimand them later or try and discuss with them later what they did wrong. And you need to tell them in the moment, hey, what you're doing right now, this actual action that you're doing is not okay, and this is how I would prefer to be treated or for you to act when in association with me. Last but not least, how to elevate your life is cleanliness. If your space is not clear, your mind isn't clear. It is a representation of what's going on the inside. And as I probably would determine, maybe you need to work on the inner work first in order to work on the outer work, which is your space. Because if you have no energy, no understanding of what it is that's causing you to, in that moment, oh, I should probably clean this, and you stop yourself from doing it, there's something there that's like, you think that you don't deserve a clean space. Like, you think that you don't deserve organization. You think that you don't deserve a other people around you to do those things. But if you create a standard where you're clean, so other people have to be clean, they would never get dirty, because it is always and forever getting, the problem is always forever getting solved, and it just never builds up to that point of being a problem. Whenever I clean my space, I feel so clear. I could feel like I could focus. I feel so good. I feel elevated. I feel like I can put a lot of good focused energy. Even if, if your space is dirty and you're not able to focus, you could spend an hour on like your projects or whatever it is that you're doing and not give as much effort as you would if you had a clean space and you had 30 minutes to give. It is that powerful. If it's like harnessing a different energy of yourself. You feel good, you feel presentable, you feel clear minded, you feel just like, and you're ready. You don't have to get ready. You are prepared in the moment to get ready. Your shoes are all lined up, your outfits are ready, organized in a way that's like, I know where all my long sleeves are, I know where all my coats are, I know where all my pants are, I know where my socks, my drawers, my shirts, my shorts, my skirts, my makeup is all in the same spot. If I had a guest to come over, I wouldn't be embarrassed, I wouldn't feel flustered. I'd be able to engage with them, I'd be able to have a normal conversation. It's not going to be like this, like, shit, like, it's a mess in here and I'm so embarrassed, and now you feel inferior to your guests, where you should just be able to welcome them in and offer them some water. It just has a different feel, and it's just so important, if that's the type of person that you want to be, like, to just make those changes. And when you get that nudge and you see it, you walk past it, pick it up. You see it, you see your laundry's done, go do it right then and there. Handle it. Don't wait and make it accumulate to where it's something bigger than it needs to be. I'm not the cleanest person, but I do organize well, and I have an organized space to where I know where my things are and I know how to clean it up quickly. It's never out of order to the point where it's just a complete and total disaster. Like, if I have a pile of clothes, like each article of clothing has a spot it needs to go. It has a home, it has a drawer. It may not get folded when it gets in there, but it goes in there, and it's not just everywhere else. And I do things like this where I have an organization, like my shoes aren't all over the floor anymore. Like, you have to want to be better than you were before in little ways, and it'll reflect, and people will also follow suit. Overall, energy is so precious, and what you focus on will manifest itself, so you make sure that you're not focusing on the wrong things. So if you truly want to elevate your life, focus on your priorities, focus on your boundaries, and focus on your hygiene and your cleanliness overall. And that is even, I missed a whole part of that, which is not just your space, it's you as a person, and making sure that you are showering, brushing your teeth, washing your face, doing your routines, drinking your water, eating, consuming healthy things in all ways, consuming healthy music, consuming healthy foods, consuming healthy friends, consuming healthy social media. All of these things play a part in what you're going to look like and what you're going to present and how you're going to feel. And what you're going to receive. And so all I'm saying is be more mindful about the things that you are consuming in any way, the things that you are allowing in your space. And if you can narrow down where your energy is going and what it is that you can say no to so that you can focus and create the life that you want to have, then you're going to be just a lot more happier. And I just really wish that for every single one of us, including me. And it's just all of these things that I talk about are just self-reflection of the things that I've done and the changes that I've made. And no, I'm not perfect and no one's perfect, but each day you can get better, and that's all we can do. So thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this content, and please like, share, and subscribe, and I will be back shortly with another video.